You did not open this video by chance. Look at today's date, January 23rd. The Sun and Pluto unite in the heart of Aquarius. Mars enters this sign at the exact same moment. Saturn and the Moon meet in the sky, and all of this happens in the middle of a 248-year cycle. This is not a coincidence, and what brought you here is not a coincidence either. There is something that very few people are talking about regarding this day, something that common calendars do not record, and that most people will ignore without even noticing. But you are here, listening to these words right now, and this says much more than you may realize about the moment you are living and about who you are becoming. Today, a portal opens that has been closed for almost 2.5 centuries. The last time this energetic configuration occurred, the world was completely different. Revolutions were being born across multiple continents. Systems that seemed eternal began to collapse under the weight of new ideas. The people who felt the call of that time became the architects of an entirely new reality. Not everyone felt it, not everyone responded, but those who did respond changed the direction of human history forever. Now, this same portal opens again for you, for this moment, for this generation. Before continuing, it is important that you understand something. What you are about to hear has the potential to reorganize how you understand your own path, because this date does not arrive empty. It arrives carrying an energy that has been building for weeks, months, and even years. And today, exactly today, this energy reaches its peak intensity. On January 23rd, 2026, the Sun meets Pluto at 3 degrees of Aquarius. This meeting is called a cazimi, an ancient term that means being in the heart of the Sun. When a planet enters cazimi, its energy is purified, intensified, and released with extraordinary force. Pluto's cazimi happens only once a year, but this year it is profoundly different. Pluto is moving through Aquarius for the first time in 248 years. This means that no one alive today has ever experienced this energy before. No human being can remember what it feels like to experience Pluto in Aquarius while the Sun surrounds it at its core. We are entering completely new territory while also reconnecting with an ancient frequency that once transformed entire civilizations. The last time Pluto was in Aquarius was between 1778 and 1798. During those 20 years, the world went through changes that no one could have predicted. The American Revolution reached its final victory. The French Revolution erupted with the cry of liberty, equality, and fraternity. The planet Uranus was discovered, expanding humanity's understanding of the cosmos. The first effective vaccine was created, and power structures that had dominated for centuries began to collapse one after another. All of this happened under the influence of Pluto in Aquarius. Now, this same energy returns with its full transformative force. But there is something more that makes this day even more special. It is not only Pluto's cazimi, it is the convergence of multiple cosmic forces into a single moment in time. Today, Mars enters Aquarius, bringing the energy of action, courage, and active transformation. Saturn and the Moon meet in the sky, creating a bridge between discipline and intuition, between structure and emotion. All of this takes place while 5 planets concentrate their energy in Aquarius, forming what the ancients called a great convergence. Out of all the people in the world, out of all the videos you could be watching right now, out of all the possible ways to spend this Friday, you are here listening about an energetic portal that opens only once every 2.5 centuries. There are no accidents in the universe. There are no coincidences when alignments of this magnitude occur. If you arrived here, it is because something within you already knew this moment mattered. Maybe you could not explain it with words. Maybe it was just a feeling, a quiet knowing, a restlessness without logical explanation. But that feeling was your inner compass guiding you exactly to this point in time and space. People who feel the call of these portals often share something in common. They have gone through long periods of waiting that felt endless. They sensed that something big was approaching, even without knowing exactly what it was. They experienced inner transformations that were preparing them for something they could not yet clearly see. And now, as the portal finally opens, they recognize the opportunity standing in front of them. To truly understand what is happening today, it is necessary to understand how Pluto's energy works. This planet, the most distant and mysterious in our solar system, represents the deepest forces of transformation that exist. Pluto does not make surface-level changes or small adjustments. Pluto completely destroys what no longer serves, so that something genuinely new can rise from the ashes. It is the architect of the most radical metamorphoses, the guardian of the thresholds between what was and what will be. When Pluto moves through a zodiac sign, this transit lasts around 20 years. During that time, the themes connected to that sign undergo a total and profound transformation. Structures that once seemed absolutely solid reveal themselves as fragile. Truths that appeared unquestionable begin to be questioned, and from the ashes of the old, something entirely different emerges. Aquarius is the sign of collective humanity, radical innovation, freedom, and ideals that go beyond the individual. It is the sign that dreams of a better future for everyone, not just for a privileged few. When Pluto enters Aquarius, the transformation is not only personal, it is collective, social, and civilizational. What changes is not just your individual life, but the way humanity as a whole organizes itself, communicates, and relates to one another. For this reason, periods of Pluto in Aquarius have historically coincided with deep revolutions, not small or local revolutions, but massive movements that redefine the social contract between human beings. The idea that all people are born equal, that power should serve the people and not the other way around, that freedom is a natural right and not a privilege granted by authority. All of these revolutionary ideas gained form and strength precisely under the influence of Pluto in Aquarius. Today's cazimi acts like a cosmic switch of enormous scale. Imagine that throughout the entire year, the energy of Pluto in Aquarius has been flowing like an underground river, always present but not always visible on the surface, constantly influential yet subtle and almost unnoticed. The cazimi is the exact moment when this underground river rises to the surface with all its contained force. It is the precise instant when what was latent becomes visible. It is when seeds planted in darkness finally break through the soil and reach for the sunlight. But there is something more you need to understand. It is not only the cazimi, it is also the entry of Mars into Aquarius at the exact same moment. Mars is the planet of decisive action, strong will, and the courage to begin something new without fear. When Mars enters a sign, it brings the energy needed to turn abstract ideas into concrete reality. Mars does not stay in the realm of imagination. Mars acts. The combination of Pluto's cazimi with the entry of Mars creates what can be called a catalyst for active transformation. This means that change is not only happening around you, you also have access to the energy required to become an active and conscious agent of that change. You are not a passive observer of cosmic forces in motion. You are a participant, a co-creator, an architect of your own transformation and of the transformation of the world. This leads us to something very important. You may have noticed that the last months, or even the last few years, carried a strange feeling, as if you were in a cosmic waiting room without knowing exactly what you were waiting for. As if something was about to happen but never fully arrived. This sense of prolonged suspense, of being between two chapters of your life, of having closed one phase without truly beginning the next. This waiting was not empty or meaningless. This waiting was preparation. The universe never makes you wait without a deep reason. Every period of apparent stagnation is, in truth, a period of silent incubation. Seeds need darkness before they can sprout. Cocoons need time and stillness before they can open. And you needed these months of internal preparation, of invisible work, to be truly ready for what now stands before you. Think about everything you have gone through recently. The deep doubts faced in silence, the old versions of yourself that had to be left behind with pain, the certainties that fell apart to make space for even deeper questions. Relationships that changed radically or came to an end, plans that had to shift completely. None of this was random chaos or bad luck. It was a careful process of refinement. The universe was preparing the ground of your life so you could receive what is being offered to you today. This is something many people do not understand about energetic portals. They are not external events that simply happen to you. They are precise opportunities that meet you exactly when you're finally ready to use them. A portal can open for millions of people around the world, but only those who have done the necessary inner work will truly be able to cross it. Only those who have already let go enough can receive what is now arriving. For some people, this energy will show itself mainly in personal relationships. Connections that have been going through silent changes will reach a point of clear definition. What needed to end will finally end. What needed to deepen will find new layers of intimacy and genuine authenticity. For others, the transformation will take place in the professional or vocational area. Careers that no longer resonate with who you have become will reach an unavoidable turning point. Projects that once seemed completely impossible will find unexpected paths to become real. For others still, the change will be mostly internal. Old beliefs that limited your expansion will be exposed and finally dissolved. Fears that controlled your decisions from the shadows will lose their power over you. A new understanding of who you truly are will begin to emerge with clear and steady clarity. This energy is intense and does not ask for permission. Pluto does not work with gentle or gradual transformations. Pluto works with the raw material of existence itself. When Pluto touches something in your life, it reaches all the way to the core. What comes out of a Plutonian process is not a slightly improved version of what existed before. It is something fundamentally new, like the phoenix, which does not simply recover from its wounds, but is completely reborn from its own ashes. The coming days and weeks may bring strong intensity. There may be moments when you feel the ground shifting beneath your feet without warning. Unexpected revelations may arise that reorganize how you understand yourself. Endings may appear that hurt deeply, and beginnings may arrive that feel frightening. All of this is a natural part of the process. The essential key is not to resist what is coming. Resistance to Plutonian energy only prolongs the process and makes it more difficult. What needs to die in your life will die regardless. What needs to be born will be born regardless. Your resistance cannot stop cosmic forces that are already in motion. Instead of resisting, you are invited to surrender consciously. Not a surrender of defeat, but an act of deep trust. Trust that what is falling apart needed to fall apart. Trust that what is being revealed needed to be seen. Trust that the universe does not bring transformation to destroy you, but to free you. Now that you better understand the magnitude of what is happening today, it is natural to wonder how to navigate this energy in a practical way. The first thing I want to tell you is that you do not need to do anything extraordinary. No elaborate rituals or special ceremonies are required. The energy of this portal does not ask you to actively seek it. It is already seeking you. It is already working within the deepest layers of your being, even as you listen to these words. What you can do is create conscious inner space, space that allows transformation to happen without resistance. This means allowing yourself to fully feel whatever arises without judging it or pushing it away. If today or in the coming days you feel intense emotions, do not suppress them. If old memories surface, do not turn away from them. If you feel a deep urge to cry, allow the tears to flow. Your physical body may respond in different ways to this energetic intensity. Some people feel deep fatigue, as if they need more rest than usual. Others experience the opposite, a strong surge of vitality, as if something has been ignited from within. Some notice tingling sensations or unusual physical feelings. Others have vivid and intense dreams. All of these responses are natural. Your body is processing new energetic frequencies. Because of this, pay close attention to what arises in your mind during these days. Notice the thoughts that repeat themselves, the questions that will not leave you alone, the ideas that seem to appear out of nowhere yet carry a deep sense of truth. Do not dismiss these thoughts as imagination. They may be the first glimpses of the future you are being invited to create. Keep your awareness awake and present. Do not let these days pass as if they were ordinary. Observe everything around you with curiosity. Listen carefully to the signs that arrive. Feel each experience with depth. The messages of the universe rarely come by shouting. They usually arrive as subtle whispers, apparent coincidences, and small details that only attentive eyes are able to notice. You may find that certain people, situations, or places gain unexpected importance in your life. Someone you have not seen in a long time may reappear in a meaningful way. An opportunity you once dismissed may present itself again under a completely different light. A door you believed was permanently closed may reveal that it was always slightly open, simply waiting for you. The universe has mysterious ways of rearranging the pieces of our existence when we move through moments of deep transition like this one. You are living through a historic moment that your ancestors could not experience. This exact cosmic configuration did not open during their time. It is opening now for you, for your generation, and for this specific point in human history. There is a great privilege in this, but also a sacred responsibility. The privilege is having access to transformative energies that can accelerate your personal evolution in ways that would normally take entire lifetimes. The responsibility is not wasting this unique and unrepeatable opportunity, not letting it pass distractedly as if it were just another ordinary day. The portal is fully open. The invitation has been made. The transformative energy is available. What you choose to do from this moment forward is entirely up to you. Remember this: in 248 years, when this portal opens again, you will not be here to cross it. This is your opportunity. This is your moment. If these words resonated deeply with you, if you felt something move inside while you were listening, I invite you to write the word awakening in the comments. Not as an automatic gesture, but as a declaration of intention, a signal to the universe that you are present, aware, and willing to receive everything this portal has to offer. And if you have not done so yet, consider subscribing to the channel. What comes in the next months will require clarity and guidance. New portals will continue to open, energies will keep intensifying, and having a place of reference can make all the difference. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your attention. Thank you for your openness. May the forces activated today work in your favor. May the transformation you seek find you prepared. And may you one day look back and recognize this day as the moment when everything began to change. The portal is open. The energy is flowing. The moment is now. Just cross through.